Today, Google Maps is in everyone's pocket. For businesses, it's a tool to make money. But for individuals like you and me, it's mainly a way to get from point A to point B. Despite being extremely widespread, there are undoubtedly some tricks you don't know about on the platform. Useful strategies or completely weird things. That's what we are going to see in this video. Google Maps replaces WhatsApp. If you are outside waiting for someone and you get a text message on WhatsApp asking where are you, you have the option to share your live location for a period of time. These location sharing features also exists on Google Maps. You click on your profile, select location sharing and choose a sharing method. Notably, WhatsApp is also among the platforms offered, which somewhat defeats the purpose in this context. Find the cheapest price. Since you can search for restaurants on Google Maps, you can also order directly. That's convenient. On Google Maps you have access to a filter for takeout or delivery, and on the restaurant profiles there is a place an order button that often takes you to the website or to Uber Eats. But that's not all. Google Maps can also save you money, because did you know you can book an hotel on Google Maps? Yes, you can. There is a hotel category, prices are displayed, you can choose the dates, the number of people, and compare prices from different partners. You can also change the currency. Because the euro is overrated, I want to pay in Cuban pesos. Unusual places. Intriguing, bizarre, or creepy places on Google Maps are not liking. I'm sure you can find TikTok compilations on this subject. No, what interests me more are perfectly normal places that have taken an unexpected turn. Here is the serpent d'océan, the ocean snake. It's a giant snake skeleton on a beach. Okay, but what's so special about it? Well, not much, except that 2 years ago, it was the second most visited places in France on Google Street View. The second, damn it. But how is that possible? What I like to do is look at the Google Maps reviews, and we see some quite surprising keywords. In reality, if this artwork is so popular, it's because it evokes Attack on Titan. This skeleton, this elongated, oversized shape, it looks very much like the spine of a titan that Levi would have turned into minced meat. To travel around the world. As we have said, Google Maps is used to get from point A to point B. But you can also add a point C, a point D, a point E, and so on. For example, if I want to go from Paris to Nice, but in the meantime I want to spend my vacation in Kiev to see the Ukrainian president.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Yeah, exactly. I can perfectly do that. Live view. You know Street View, which allows us to visit a place while staying on our couch. But do you know Live View? Once you select a location, you click on Live, and through your camera, you have access to all the information about your surroundings in real time. Unusual Places Part 2. The Christian Science Society of Dixon in the United States. When looking at the photos, we don't really see what the issue is. What interests us is the view from above. It's even more striking with the satellite view. It looks like Anyway, peu importe, tak czy inaczej. If you look at the comments, they all resolve around this. Some are quite witty with a solid dose of humor. Yet, that's obviously not the original function of this place. It is actually a church. According to rumor, all this is because they didn't want to cut down the tree right here, so they gave the church this curved shape. Borders with variable geometry. The great strength, which is also the great weakness of Google Maps, is that it is a global tool. And since the world is not the same everywhere, it is sometimes difficult to standardize it. The problem arises particularly in the drawing of borders. There are continuous line borders and dotted line borders, indicated conflict zones between two adversaries. This scenario is present all over the world, and even in Europe, between Kosovo and Serbia, and between Russia and Ukraine.
President Putin.
Not the current conflict, though, just regarding Crimea, a conflict that started about 10 years ago. In this case, Google knows it's treading on thin ice and prefers not to take sides. Guiding tour. With Street View, we usually wander around outdoors. But you can also see the inside of buildings. This feature is not very developed yet. We generally have access to points representing where someone took a 360-degree photo, but sometimes you can also walk inside the building. When there is a blue line, it represents a potential route. Very handy for visiting museums. Unusual places, part 3. Wait, let me remember. It was in San Diego. Around here, I think. Yeah, obviously you can't see anything. So if I switch to satellite view, wow, there goes my monetization. A little thought for the subway right in the middle, not the most strategic location. Secret places. Sometimes states or even private individuals can blur sensitive areas on Google Maps. Houses of celebrities, military zones, nuclear power plants, these kind of things. All good reasons to keep this information secret. This is notably the case with Area 51. Both the satellite view and Google Street View are invisible to the public. An amusing detail, if you use Pigman, yes, it has a name, he transforms into a flying saucer. Google Maps offline. How to use Google Maps when you are in a cave? Because yes, you can launch the app even when you are offline. It only requires some adjustments. When you still have internet, click on your profile, then on Offline Maps. Select your own map, zoom in or out on the geographical area that interests you. Not too much though. There, that's better. And click on download. This process will take a few minutes. Phase 2, I am now offline. And if I go back to the map I just created, you see that I have access to certain information, which is not the case for other cities on the map. Look at this, there is nothing at all. Millions of leads at your fingertips. Much more than the sum of all these tips, Google Maps is also an inexhaustible database. And data is the oil of the 21st century. By doing a simple search, I can get a prospecting file with contact details. And if I search well, I can even find email addresses in some cases. The downside is that gathering all this information is a tedious process. And let's be honest, you probably have other things to do with your day. Imagine for a moment that all this data collection could be automated in a few clicks. That's why we created Scrap.io. Scrap.io is the ultimate web scraping tool for Google Maps. In just a few moments, I can get my CSV or Excel file of leads from 4,000 categories of small and medium-sized businesses, the exhaustive list of which has been displayed since the beginning of this plan. By clicking on the link in the description, you get access to your first 100 leads for free. This is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If it's the case, you can give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions regarding Scrap.io, you can ask them in the comments or directly contact our customer support. There is nothing else to see.
President Putin.
The end.